Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome to the Director's Garage Live Hump Day Happy Hour Hangout here at the Director's Garage. I'm your host and resident idiot, Michael. And, yeah, we got ourselves a rainy, it's a sad day around here, actually. We're mourning a little bit. We had to send the Enlium back today. I sent the Enlium back off to Audio 46, back to home base. It went. And, yeah, it's a little sad because I like that amp a lot. I would have loved to have kept it, but, finances are a thing. So that's kind of a bummer. But that episode did wind up doing better than, it started off slow and then it built, which is the exact opposite of what happened the week before. The week before, I started off really kind of meh. Or started off great, and then it just kind of like devolved into meh. Like by the end of the week, because they give me rankings on the top 10 episodes, and like you want to be in that, like this is first of 10 or second of 10 or third of 10, and so last week started off like first of 10, and then like on day 3 it had dropped down to like sixth of 10. I'm like, damn it, I'm gonna keep that up there, keep those people watching. That would be fun. Yesterday's episode dropped at like 6 of 10, and then like by the end of the day it was like number 2. So I'm like, hey, that's a pretty good day. It's a pretty good week. Enjoyed that episode though, and I hope you guys did too. We're talking about the Enlium 23R. Sent that back, and so yeah, it's on its way to Audio 46 in New York. Rainy day in LA today. I mean, pouring rain, which means that Howley is on the floor over by the door and moping, because all he wants to do is run around in the neighbor's yard and hunt squirrels and mice and anything else he can get his little fangs into. But today, he's moping by the door with his head down, looking outside like, when's it going to stop pouring, man? Cheers, everybody. It's a Wednesday. We don't have a huge agenda today. I do have some viewer user systems to show off. And I'm excited to get to show those off because they're actually beautiful pictures, and they were sent to us by viewer Jan from Switzerland. So he sent some gorgeous stuff. He's got some Mod House headphones, really nice stuff. We're going to look at that in a bit. Let some folks filter in. We're just getting rolling here. And we're close to the holidays, too. Cheers to that, huh? Sucking down some water today. Jan's in the house. I just saw it down in the chat there. Other stuff. I've got the next episode lined. I've got the next 2 episodes like figured out. One of them is shot, but it's actually, I shot it out of order. I shot the 2 weeks from now, or I'm hoping 2 weeks from now, depending on how it all shakes out. We're going into the holidays. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to maintain a weekly schedule as, family stuff takes over and whatnot. But we'll try. I'm going to keep trying. I've done over 2 months straight every single Tuesday at 7 a.m. And that is good for the channel, and it's shown in the subscribers. The subscribers are just way out. Yes, it's raining very hard in the San Fernando Valley. That's where I am. Tommy V. So I'm, I got the next 2 weeks laid out, but I have to air an episode before the next one. It's like sometimes I have to shoot stuff to get it done, and then we go on from there. So I got the episode that's 2 episodes, or the episode after the next one, shot, not edited, just shot. And then I have to still shoot the next episode. That makes sense? So because they're rarely going down in order, because in trying to keep production and keep things moving, I try to shoot as much as I can at once because it's a whole thing. I'm just looking to save time and cut down on that process from getting it in the camera to on your screen. I try to cut that time down as much as I can. So I've shot that episode, but now I've got another one that's going ahead of it. And that's a big box medium-sized box. Heavy box right here. It's going to be a what's in the box. It's a blind what's in the box. I know where it came from. I don't know what's in it. I have a suspicion, but I have no idea. They didn't tell me. So we'll figure that out when we unbox it, and that'll be, I'm hoping to have that episode to you next Tuesday if all goes well. That's the goal. I don't know if I'll make it, but I'm trying to maintain that weekly upload because the YouTubes really like when I'm weekly on the uploads. So I am trying to keep the YouTube gods pleased because it seems to be growing our numbers at a faster rate. So that's going to be awesome. And the first viewer to what are we going to call this? The Patreon live stream, Patreon Zoom meetup, Hangout, whatever, is Saturday. That's in 4 days, and I'm going to be sending the links out on that tomorrow. That's great because we've got Ken from Ken's Workshop is going to be there. He's an amp genius. If you have any amp questions, you want to ask questions about amp circuits, he's the dude. Ryan said he might stop by. That's awesome. So we've got some like hitters coming to this, and then me at 9:30 in the morning be like, "Hello, how you doing, guys?" You know, unshaven and. But it should be a good time. I'm looking forward to it because I finally get to put some faces to names. I'm not the best at remembering people's names, which is a terrible thing from somebody who's in the television industry. I wish I had better name retention, but it's great to put faces to people's names after all of this time and communicating with you over communicating with you guys over chat. It's just like, wow, it's so much better when we can see each other, communicate with each other, hold stuff up, show stuff off. I'll have the overhead camera rigged for Saturday in the event that we want to show close-ups of something, whatever it is. And I'm just hoping that we get a bunch of people to show up, but we'll see how it goes. It's a big old experiment in this digital realm. I just thought we had a lot of people asking about it for a while, and I'm hoping to get a bunch of people in there, and we'll have a good time and check it out. But that's over at the Patreon. To join that, there's a Patreon link down below. And I'm asking for $5 for a month of membership for that. I'm going to plan on the second live stream. I'm already thinking about the second one, probably sometime right after the first of the year. I don't want to let that sit too much. I want to see if we can grow that and get that into a community. And it's not about, just so you know, I'm not looking to make any money on it. What I'm looking to do is improve our interaction. Because I love this community and I like what we've done here. So, I'm hoping we get enough people in there. I may drop the price down on that just to make it easier for everybody to become a part of it. But that's the goal. I just think it's great to be able to see people and have that discourse where we're having back and forth interaction as opposed to a chat board, email back and forth or whatever. It's like, no, we can actually talk in real time and group think problems through. Like if you've got some issues, you're wondering about impedance on a cable or impedance on your, whatever, resistance on your headphones. Does it work with this amp or whatever? We may not have the answers, but we can brainstorm ideas, and things to try. So I think it's going to be fun. I think it'll be informative and great to see everybody. So that's Saturday at 9:30 a.m., 9:30 in the morning, LA time, Pacific time. So it'll be later in the day out east and middle of the night in Asia. I'm so sorry, guys. I wish I could do it at a time that pleased everybody. But maybe I'll just move it around so that we can get more people in the future too. But I just think it's a great opportunity for us to get to know each other. So that's Saturday at 9:30, Patreon, Zoom, Hangout, Directors Garage, breakfast. I don't know what we call it. This is the happy hour hangout. Is it the breakfast brunch? I don't know. We'll work on it. I'll come up with a good name. That's too funny. Okay, so what I have today, I mentioned this earlier. Jan, who lives in Switzerland, was kind enough to send us his system photos. And if you have photos of your system, even if they're just like rinky-dink off your phone, doesn't matter, you can send them to the directorsgarage at gmail.com. That's how you communicate with me. If you got any questions about any of this stuff, communicate with me, and I'll chat with. We can chat back and forth. Also, that's where you go if you're interested in any of the stuff in the Director's Garage sale down below. There's a. I've got a Bakoon 13R for sale. I've got a Dan Clark Audio Expanse. I've got a bunch of stuff down there, like that's just that I'm listing, and we'll see if anybody wants it. And if I can sell some of this stuff, that helps me get the next round of things in. I have headphones already that I'm like, ooh, I'd like to hear those. It'll be fun. Yeah, so that's directorsgarage@gmail.com. Feel free to email me and say, hey, say you're an idiot. I don't really care, whatever. Get off the air. You crazy, whatever. And cheers to everybody who's joined in. Let's go through some chat, and then we'll go take a look at Jan's photos real quick. Bloody Marys with the director. Oh, man. Bloody Saturday. Or Bloody Mary Hangout. That's a possibility. We're going to put that in the list. Howdy, Ace of Spades. Cheers, brother. Thanks for the comment the other day. That was really nice. I did this earlier. I am the J. I'm going to do that. I'm the J. Good afternoon, Michael. Happy Hump Day. Happy Hump Day, everybody. Halfway through the week. Hipster Cow. Howdy, Michael. Hipster. Cheers. Yanar. Cheers. We're going to take a look at your system in a minute. Hello, raining hard in the San Fernando Valley. Tommy V. Tommy V, I'm looking at the valley right now. It's like, whoa, coming down. Coming down, man. Cats and dogs. No worry about closing the curtains today, man. There is no sunlight to be found. Normally I have to close off the windows back there because it gets too bright. I overexpose myself, so to speak. I overexpose myself on the internet. It's got a whole different meaning, boys. That's, man, yeah. Raining super hard today. Ryan Dietz, cheers, brother. Good to see you. In fact, we're going to see one of your headphones in just a second when we go to these pictures. It'd be wild if it was Campfire Audio. It's not Campfire Audio. Finally getting those Mess A2s. I wish. No, I am the J. Wish he could join that Zoom, but activities with his daughters that morning. Oh, damn. Yeah, I'm just hoping to get some folks in over there and have a good time and like show off our rigs, and I'll give you some close-ups. Maybe I'll even drop an exclusive on you for an upcoming episode, because there's something that I'd love to show off to you guys. So maybe I'll do that in the Patreon. That would be cool. Give people a reason to come over and stop by. Love your reviews. N8 Zemovsky. I'm going to guess the D is silent. Man, oh man, you guys have names. N8 Demovsky. What's up, Mike? Love your reviews. Very informative and, as always, entertaining. Well, cheers to you. And we always raise a glass around here to new people who are chiming in and stopping by for the first time. So everybody, Jemovsky, thank you. Thanks for the pronunciation. I'm hurting, boys. Some of the names I was like, I'm from Chicago, if that tells you anything. We butcher everything. including hogs. Oh, God. Yeah, we raise a glass to folks who are new. And Mr. K also, anybody who's stopping by for the first time or first name that I don't recognize as a regular, everybody around the globe tips a glass to you. It's kind of a tradition around here at the Director's Garage Happy Hour Hump Day Hangout. We are in happy hour, so why not? Yeah, so cheers to you guys. I love the Bloody Mary's idea. It's awesome. Mr. K bought a Campfire Audio Bonneville today. What's the Bonneville? Gosh, I've been out of the... let me see. I have been out of the Campfire realm. What's the Bonneville? Shop all. Let's see what they are. If I can find them, I'll show you guys. I don't see the Bonneville. Oh, maybe it's a different page. Dorado. Those must be an older model, huh? Oh, no, they're there. Oh, those are cool. What color did you get? What did he say? What color did you get, Mr. K? Because you got a couple different options there. Really nice. Here, let's go live to the laptop of death. How do we do that? We got to come over here. We got to do that, and we got to go. Whoop. Okay, so we're looking for the model. This is the market home. I think I need to go to COM. There we go. Shop all. Now it'll be like on page 2 or 3. There they are. Bonneville. Look at this. Really nice looking headphone. IEM. $13.99. Unparalleled precision. What are they made of? Overview. 10mm dynamic driver and custom BAs for mids alongside 2 balanced armatures for highs. So 1, 2, 3. It's a 4 driver IEM with a gorgeous 10mm dynamic driver to give you that boomy bass. I love that, and I love the crafted body. This looks nice. Very cool. I like the pink. I probably, as you know, even if it makes me emasculated, it's going to be the pink for me over black, I think. That's awesome. God, those look good. Those look good. He got the black universals. He wanted purple, but the purple is pinkish. I would do the pink anyway. I have no shame. I'm very shameless. Okay. I like bright colors. I like stuff that's I have no shame. That's awesome, man. That looks nice. That looks nice. Give us a report. Tell us how they sound. I hope they sound good, man. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. We love that. All right, let's do Jan's system real quick while we're here. I don't know if this is going to be the longest live stream. There's not a lot of happening today, but we'll see what we get into. Maybe we'll get into some discussion. Escape. I got to get rid of this, and then I got to go to this. All right, here we go. So this is viewer Jan's system, and guys, I'm gonna warn you. What you're about to see is going to make you like want to go, I could have had that. This is the I could have had a V8 moment of because this is like. Stand by. Here you go. If you like your Deep Purple, look at this system. Look at this shit. Look at this. I mean, you got yourself a Ferrum stack right there. I'm going to go through this stuff too because he sent me a note along with it. I got to find the note though. I don't know what I did. And thanks, Gene, for joining Patreon. That's really cool. I hope to see you Saturday, Gene. All right, so let's go to Director's Garage. Where's this? Here it is. Okay, so what we're looking at here, The streamer right there is the Eversolo DMP-A6. He's got the Faro Wandla as a DAC. He's got the Zale. Where's the Zale at? Oh, there's the Zale. It's kind of buried over here in this area down here. That's the Zale HM1. Very cool. And the Suncause. Where's the Suncause? That might be over here somewhere. Because that's a Cayin, isn't it? Oh, there's the tube. Yeah, that's a Cayin, right. Okay, I got that. He's got a Felix and an Oris. I don't see the two other tubes. They might be in another photo. But look at this. I mean, how is this for a setup? Wouldn't you like to come home to this every day, boys? Isn't this gorgeous? What a setup. And then you can barely see him here. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. There's the Modhouse Tungsten. Look at that. He's got the Modhouse Tungsten. There's another couple of things over here. I can't tell what they are. And then the speakers are Casab Rialtos, or Cabas Rialtos. I don't know Cabas Audio, but look at this gorgeous setup. And I love this streamer, man. What a great screen on the streamer. Man, that's awesome. That is awesome. And that's, of course, a Cayin. I knew the Cayin right away. I could tell that. So, great stuff. And then he's also got the computer there, too. That's just photo one, boys. We're just getting started. I love this stuff, man. I can't get enough of it. All right, let me get to photo two. Oh, that's the last photo. All right, this is in his living room. This is the living room setup. And in the living room, he's got... These are also Cabas, Muranos. And then he's got a subwoofer down there that's the... Let's see, he told me this. The REL 1003 Mark II. He's got two of them. One on each side. Turntable. It's got a turntable. He doesn't have it listed. I don't know what the turntable is, guys. Okay, let's see the next one. This is also in the living room. He's got obviously a disc array there. That's really cool. And then I'm not sure what this one is. Onkyo is the amp for sure. Is this the Ling? This might be a Lingdorf. Looks like the Lingdorf. But I'm not familiar with that brand. So let's see. Let's go to another one. Here's back in the desktop setup. There's another angle on it. Zale HM1, Ferrum, Wandla, and here's a better look at that streamer. God, that thing's beautiful. I have to check this one out. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's a user error. Sorry, boys. Okay, so here's the streamer. Check. Oh, dang it. I'm not having good luck with this. Anyway, I was trying to zoom in on that, but it's jumping pages every time I do it. I'm sorry I've given you all whiplash at home. Jesus. What a rookie. There it is. Problem is when I get to the edge of the screen, it jumps over. That's the problem. Okay, well, I can't do a close-up on it, so I'm sorry, boys. But check, just beautiful. What a beautiful system. Great-looking desk. Everything about it, man. Just everything about it is just fabulous. Here's the next one. This is the home theater setup with the two subs and then his screen and all that. Screens, he said, are 65-inch OLED projection with a Sony projector. So he's doing projection. Got to have a dark room for that. That's my problem with the projections. I love the idea of having a projector, but having a room dark enough for it isn't feasible. But he's got the turntable down there. He's ready to go, man. The system's ready to go. That's awesome. And then here's also, is this the desktop rig again? There's the Sunko. With the mod house. Lovely mod house. Look at that. Just gorgeous stuff, man. Gorgeous stuff. And the Viking Weave cable coming off of it. Yeah, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. And here's a little closer look at that Cayin and the Mod House design. Really nice. Really nice, man. I mean, this is awesome stuff. And that's doing the most with what you got. I mean, he's doing it right. Back shot of the speakers. Very, very cool. Even got some records in there. Want to know what's in the record collection? It's just me asking it. And then you got the some bottles of booze on the floor. That's fine with me too. So there you go, guys. That's Jan's system. How awesome! What a great system to come home to. I really, really love the desktop setup. Not everybody can do like a home theater thing. You know, a lot of us don't have room for it. I have TV and, you know, just makeshift whatever speakers we can do. But man, look at this desktop setup. It's just amazing. That's a desktop and a half, man. That's audio porn right there. That's good time. Good stuff. Good stuff. So good. So that's Jan, and those pictures come to us from Switzerland. Hang on, Mrs. Director texting me something. I'm on the YouTube. Sold out. American Airlines are going to hold outbound on the access. Okay, that's in January. I'm going to be going to Jamaica for the Bob Marley premiere. There's a Bob Marley movie coming out. I can't remember the name of it. But it's coming out. It's really going to be good. I've seen clips from it. I've seen previews from it. It looked like it was going to be a smaller movie when we were out there. I went on set of this movie. It was shot in Jamaica, Kingston, I should say. It looked like it was going to be maybe a smaller movie when I was there. And like I'm watching now the trailers and the clips come from it. I'm like, this is going to be a huge movie. It's going to be great. True story of Bob Marley and his sort of rise. It doesn't go all the way to the end of his life, but it goes kind of up to the point where, you know, I think it goes to the concert where he gets shot, or after the shot. Anyway, that's coming up. So I'm going to be going to Jamaica to cover the premiere for that. So I'm really looking forward to that. That's coming in Jamaica. So this is just like affirming flights. That'll be like mid-January. So let's go to let's go back to the chat. Okay, Ace of Spades, nice lighting. And now we're getting these are the comments on the photos here. Oh, that's nice. Ryan Dietz, fire. Yeah, you got to like those mod houses in there, don't you, Ryan, man? That's an awesome advertisement. All we need is a little bit of a glint of light across the mod house. It's like, yes, you too can own the mod house, man. It's so awesome. Looks good. Mr. K, that is a beautiful setup. Epic. Absolutely. Just received his The Audio Monarch 3, 10 drivers for each side. Yep. I haven't tried that yet. I haven't heard it, and I'm assuming that it's great. It's got huge reviews, so I'm assuming that it's going to be an awesome IEM. Tommy V, report back when you know more about them, when you get a chance to really listen to them. How they do on, you know, sometimes the problem with having that many drivers is if anything's even this much out of phase, you know, if they don't time the waves to your eardrum perfectly, it can be a real disaster. So it always impresses me when these guys load these things up with all these drivers and somehow they get it all to work. The song code doesn't fit on the desk anymore. Enhance. I'm sorry, Ryan, I can't enhance. I don't have, it's just in my I'll do it better in the future. I'm sorry. But yeah, that is just gorgeous stuff. Big fan here. Hipster Cow is a fan of your Cabas Rialtos. Easy Sum of the Best Speakers Under 10K. Yep. Heard them in Munich and had to buy them. There you go. There you go. That's the Munich audio show is what got me interested in the Zale. Listen to them at the show, the high-end show. That's in SoCal. It's crazy how it was handily stomping astronomically priced systems. Yeah. Yeah, there's some good stuff out there, man. There's some good stuff out there that won't kill you. It's 1 a.m. for Jan there. Oh, man. Well, we'll be doing it earlier in the day. Jan, if you can stop by on Saturday, that would be great. Are you going to Can Jam New York City? That's a question I'm guessing to me. I have no plans to go to Can Jam New York City at the moment. The problem with Can Jam New York City is I think it's in February, and that is right in the middle, smack dab in the middle of award season. And for me in LA, I go right after the first of the year. I mean, my schedule in January is nuts. I do the Palm Springs Film Festival. Then I've got the Golden Globes. Then there's Directors Guild Awards, the trip to Jamaica. I think there's a People's Choice in there, Critics' Choice Awards, and then we do Super Bowl, Grammys, SAG Awards, Oscars. And it's all within like a set amount. It's like almost every single weekend there's something major happening. So getting time to like break off and go do something for headphones. Maybe someday when I retire I'll be able to hit all these shows, but I need the paychecks to pay for the casa. Yeah. Keep Mrs. Director happy. Happy wife, happy life, boys. That's my motto. Oh, it's a great place. I really like this place. It's worth giving up a few headphones to have a nice house to live in, let me tell you. Random question. Anyone know a good place online to trade or sell headphones? He tried eBay, multiple scam inquiries, got a little spooked trying to get rid of his Diana TCs. I would say go to HeadFi for sure. Headfi.org is a great place to sell headphones. And then they have a classified section there. You just have to subscribe to an account. It's free. There's no fees or anything, but tons of headphones are changing place there all the time. I've got 3 products listed right now: the Bakoon, the Sennheiser HD-820, and the just brought it up, the Clark Audio Expanse. All 3 of those are listed right now for me on that. Alternately, you can go to usaudiomark.com. And then somebody wrote in a comment something about 465, but I don't know what that means. There might be a new thing called 465 that you can sell stuff on. I tried Googling it. I couldn't figure out what the heck it was. So, yeah. So those are places you can sell. Less so AudioGone. AudioGone is more of a component. You can sell your components on AudioGone. They don't do a lot of headphones. You'll see headphones pop up over there every now and then, but it's primarily a component thing, and it's for like high-end systems. Like that's where I picked up this Macintosh receiver. I got that on AudioGone. You can buy good stuff over there. Very expensive stuff. You can drop a lot of money on AudioGone. In an easy way. So yeah, and yeah, eBay, you just be careful and go through PayPal. Don't do any of the friends and family stuff like that with an eBay sale because you don't know the purchaser. Yeah, so there's that. Tommy V says coherent, good sub bass, no treble peak, and that is on the my brain. Those are the Campfire audios he's talking about. Campfire audios. No. Tommy V is his The Audio Monarch Monarch 3. Very good sub bass. Oh, that's interesting to hear. That's interesting to hear. No treble peak. Okay. That's the quick snapshot view of the The Audio, Thigh Audio, Tie Audio Monarch 3. I've always wanted to get into that line. I had the legacies here. And when Lillian Dang over at Linsol was sending me, used to send me a bunch of The Audio stuff. And I got that. I used to I did a whole bunch. She gave me a Legacy 4 and a Legacy 2. I gave them away in a couple of giveaways. Yeah, Can Jam, that's right before the Oscars. I can't go to that. That'll never happen. But, you know, it's great, you know, because I don't want to make it to every one of these things. I'd rather hear about it and get excited for stuff that's in my area. But the odds of me getting to New York before the Oscars is almost slim to none. Unless there's something going on there that I have to be there for, but that's been years since they've had to send me to New York for something. Christmas present from brother just arrived. He got us 4-pound tomahawk chop ribeye Wagoose from Snake River Farms. Awesome, man. That's going to be a hell of a dinner. Now, how do you get to prep that? Because if I were doing it, there's this stuff out of Chicago. It's called char crust. And what you do is you get a little bit, just a very, very thin layer of virgin olive oil, and then you get the old hickory char crust, and you sort of wrap this char crust on it, and you cook it, and it seals everything inside. You get a super juicy result, and then this unbelievably great taste on the char. And I have no affiliate relations to that. Just go to charcrust.com. I think it's called CHAR crust.com. But I buy a lot of rubs from there. They have a lot of dry rubs and stuff. Very good stuff. That comes from my Chicago days. I even do pork chops with this hickory stuff, and it just tastes amazing. Just amazing stuff. So good, man. Congrats, Ace of Spades. You've got one heck of a nice brother. Of course, I'm not doing as much red meat these days. Trying to keep the old, ticker going. It's good stuff. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, we're getting ready for the holidays here too. I'm going to be going. I'm going to be seeing my mom, which is great. But it's just going to be a day thing. We're going day by day. That'll be great. So good, so good. Hey, the rain let up outside. It's still wet as heck though. Good God. Not used to seeing all this rain. Rarely happens here. So what else is going on? Coming episodes, we've got. Here's what's coming up. We've got there's a mystery box that's coming next that I've got to open. It's been sitting here for probably a month, but I warned them when they sent it to me. I warned them that they will be that I'm not going to be getting right to it. So it's been sitting here, and I got to get that undone, and we got to debut that on the show. That'll be coming next. Then after that, I have a purchase I made, another dumbass purchase, where curiosity got the better of me and the right product came along, and that's going to be kind of a funny video because it didn't come out the way I expected. I'll just leave that as the tease, but it's like, so that's coming up. I've got to do like a small little IEM episode, and then I got to get that out in the next few weeks because I mean, Linsol sent me some stuff. I've got 3 dirt bargain basement cheap IEMs that I've been meaning to listen to. So maybe I'll do that, and we'll do something. We'll see if Noble's got anything to give us for that episode to kind of flesh it out a little bit and give us some more meat there. But so we've got an IEM episode down the road coming, and then I've got full review of the Zale HM1. That review is about half written. I just need more time with it. The thing is, I've had the Anlium in here for so long. That I was, trying to listen to a lot of it while I was writing that episode, and even just to get as much listening time on it so it leaves that imprint in my head, because it's not going to be here anymore, and I want to be able to reference it. So I wanted to hear as much as I could on it, so I go, oh, that's the sound of it. So I was listening to a lot of that. I really haven't spent a ton of time with the Zale yet. I did some back and forth for the review of the Anlium, but it's like I unboxed it and then I had to put it aside because I did the Mod House thing, and that didn't, the Zale wasn't enough for the mod house, so I couldn't use it for that. I just tried it briefly during the unboxing. So now I've got I've got to do the full Zale review, and then I have to do the full review of the Mod House Tungsten. So those are the next, that's sort of the roadmap for the next few episodes, and it should be good. I'm like looking forward to getting to spend more time with the Tungstens. I'm looking forward to getting more time with the Zale, and hearing what that amp can do that other amps can't, or what's special about it, what makes it, it's an $8,000 amp. I'm not the brightest person, boys. It's an $8,000 amp, and I'm excited about it. It's like, but I got to get more time with it. So that'll be coming up, and I've got about half of it written. What happens is I'll get like a night of listening, and then I'll be listening along, and then I heard really good detail here, and I'll mark it down, and then I'll go back and revisit the note at a later date and go, did I really hear that, or was that just something that was in the moment, or what? And then you start formulating ideas off of that. Well, okay, so this has got really good detail. Is it giving me good detail across the board? It'll raise a question like that. And then I'll start listening to other music on different headphones and go, does it have good detail on these headphones? Does it? If it does, I note that. And what I was noting, when I was doing that process with the Enlium, what I noted was this has extraordinary bass impact, but it doesn't have it across the board on all of my headphones. We had some discussions in the chat too. There's some guys down there who heard different things too, which is like, I don't know how we rectify it, but it's like, I believe whatever anybody hears is what they say. So, but we had some different experiences with it. I think there's more of an agreement than not that the Abyss, for some reason, just doesn't pair very well with the Enlium. But I did see I read one thing somewhere, and I don't know where and I don't know when, was somebody saying that the Abyss paired well for them and was really impressive with the Enlium. And I'm like, wow, I had a very different experience. My experience was that the mids got really nasally, and I didn't get that. I was hoping, you put on the Abyss and you're thinking, wow, you're going to get bass cannon. You put a powerful amp with it, you'll get bass cannons out of it. I didn't notice that the bass was particularly striking and impactful. And I would have expected that to be the first thing I noticed was oh man, we're getting all this power in there. This thing ought to just be killing them. So yeah, I didn't know. I that headphone didn't do well. So it's I noticed all of those different things, but the trend was, if it was a harder to drive product like the Mod House Tungsten or the Susvara, that Enlium just lit the thing up. I thought it did a pretty good job with the LCD4 to my ears. Didn't spend a ton of time with it, but I did, put it on and go through a couple of tracks, and it sounded pretty good to me. But again, it's a harder to drive a headphone. It's not one of the easier headphones to drive. Still didn't like the Expanse on it, but I don't like the Expanse with anything. I know there are people that just love the Expanse. It just hasn't clicked with me for some reason. So that's why I'm hoping somebody who's an Expanse lover that wants a deal on them with a $1,600 cable will get in touch with me, because I'm trying to sell those off to make room for something else. Or somebody who wants to try the Expanse or whatever. So that's just kind of the way it went. And I just went through all those headphones and made notes. And after a few weeks of doing that and listening on a bunch of different headphones and comparing things, going back and forth, changing input gains, changing things like that, all of that stuff contributes, and you wind up with a big page of notes, and then you start assembling it. How does this go where it makes sense and I'm telling the story of the Enlium, fairly? you know, and then I got done with it, and I'm like, well, I need to throw more, you know, I wanted to make sure I paid off that. I was telling you the headphone that I didn't think paired well with it, because those were the things I teased. The headphone that didn't pair well with it, the direct comparison with the Bakoon, and then the direct comparison with the Zale. So I want to make sure I got those elements in when I was done with the basic review of it. So that's why those segments were in it. That's why it was a long episode. I'm actually surprised it did as well as it did, because the longer episodes are hard to get people to stay involved with. It's just a long ask to ask anybody to spend 29 minutes on anything. I like a good 15-minute episode, one and done. That's where I would, but I just can't seem to get there. Like, I've had a few episodes that hit the mark, but I'm constantly pushing past 20 and sometimes to 30 minutes. So I'm like, ugh. But what are you going to do? I've got a lot to say about the Enlium, and I don't want to sell it short after I had it for so long and not give it its due. And I wanted to be thorough, so it wound up being a 30-minute episode. Sorry, guys. It's not good for YouTube viewership, though, because guys want it tight, man. They want it tight. I do try to, you know, get rid of the frivolous in there, but I got to have some fun too, just to keep the show lively. Okay, let's go back to the chat. Ace of Spades. We'll do a few more, and then we'll just call it a day a little early today, unless some topic pops up that we got to talk about. Ace of Spades says, rub kosher salt, then holy cow barbecue rub. Meet church. All right. A little bit of truffle oil. You've lost me a truffle oil. I'm sorry, Ace of Spades. You just went to foo-foo. You became a foo-foo foodie. Only foo-foo foodies like truffle oil. No. You cannot get me involved with truffles. I hate truffles. I can't stand them. No Chicagoan likes the truffle. Oh, I don't like truffle fries. I don't like truffle anything. I'm like the anti-Oprah. Oprah puts truffle on everything. I can't stand them. Keep those things the hell away from me. I know people like truffle oil on their pizza. I'm like, you are communists. Not that there's anything wrong with being a communist. You can be whoever you want to be. Spicy question for me, Michael. Cables for your headphones. Do you believe changing them makes a difference? Asking because the Mod House comes with the Viking Weave cable. All right. Cables. Well, here's the thing. I haven't heard a cable make a crazy difference. Not something that made me just go, oh, wow, definitely. And I've got some expensive-ass cables here. That black and white thing in the back, they're out of black and white. It's an Axios from Kimber. It's a $2,500 headphone cable. I've got the superconductor for my Abyss. I actually bought the super. I'm such an idiot. Does it make a difference? I don't think so. I don't hear like a massive difference in sound. There are guys who say, well, it makes it open it up and sound warmer. I'm like, here's the thing. And I haven't tried it. I haven't done this. If I can pass a blind taste test and consecutively tell you without knowing what you're putting on my head, what the chain is, any of those things, and if I can guess, say 8 times out of 10, which sounds better to me, not even what cable is which, just which sounds better to me, I will then I will say, yeah, cables will make a difference. I think it would come up 50-50 every single time. I think I would never be able to guess the cable. So for that reason, I say that I don't know the cables make like a massive audiophile difference. Here's what I would say, and I you know, y'all can call me nuts or whatever, but look, here's Ryan's Viking Weave from his mod house, which I this week have absconded for my Sisvara. Sorry, Ryan. I know. I'm so awful. I hope Ryan's still here, but he says sometimes he's got to go do other things for business. But this is the Viking Weave cable. This is a $200 cable, by the way. You buy this from Viking Weave, and you're going to pay at least two bills for this, right? So it's not cheap by any means. But I just was trying it because I also have another cable back here for the Cisfara. I can't remember the name of it, but it's a lesser known brand, but it's a silver cable. I love the feel of a good cable, and I think it improves the experience just having a nice thick cable on the headphone. I think it helps for microphonics because something like this, no microphonics at all on this cable. You can't make this thing make noise, whereas other cheaper headphone cables, they rustle against your shirt, they make noise in your headphones, and there's something for that. But I like a nice cable. I think it makes me feel better about the listening experience. I think it enhances this experience. Does it enhance the sound? Like I said, I don't think I can tell the difference. Maybe somebody else has better ears than me. But I don't think... I think if you gave me a blind taste test and changed this cable out with my ZMF cable, which is a lot thinner and it's, different, made of different stuff, I don't think I could tell the difference consistently and say, oh, that's one sound, that's another sound. So and then I also challenge like the guys who say that cables make all the difference in the world, and I'm like, do a blind taste test. Do one on camera. Like a true blind taste test. Come over to the director's garage, I'll invite you over, we'll sit down and we'll do it. And if you can guess them right, then fabulous. I'm super impressed and you've got miracle ears. But most people who are, at least in the professional realm, don't want to get put on the spot because they don't want to be wrong. And that's fine. That's where if you challenge somebody to a truly blind test and they suddenly don't want to do it, it's like, yeah, okay. I mean, I get it. But I would do it just for the experiment of it to see if I could tell the difference. But the problem is that being one person in here, I'm always going to know when I'm changing out the cables. So, I couldn't do the blind taste test. But that's the way to tell. That would be the way to tell. Jan says the Zal for him is the main sound hub of his system to mix Roon and PC chain via 2 channels. Then using it as a pre for his speakers and tube amps, including EQ and stage control. Well, and what I love about the Zale, I see what you're doing there. Jan, what I love about the Zale is that all of the changes on that amp are subtle. And that's going to be in the review. That'll be in the full review of that. I'm going to drive that point home. They've got adjustments for a treble shelf and a bass shelf, and you can kind of tweak it, Mail just arrived. But there are dials for the where you can add add a bass shelf, add a treble shelf, but you can also play with the stereo separation and shrink it down to mono or expand it out wider using some kind of expansion scheme. And what I would say is this: the adjustments are just minute. Like if you go up a notch or two even on the bass shelf, it's not adding a ton of bass. It's just giving you a slight elevation down there. Even the stereo separation, like when you go out wider, it's not like engaging. Remember that old Sony scheme that they had? They had like super bass and some other crazy things. Like you'd put it in, it would be like boom, 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 in your ears. Everything would rattle. It's not like that at all. The Zale makes very subtle, small, incremental changes. Changes that I think if you're not even looking for them, you might even not notice that you've got things done that way. The difference between the servo, which is the negative feedback loop going into the amp, it's air correction, and the non-feedback straight Class A. Oh, look, I closed a ring. I think that it's like you're getting a little, like when you go straight Class A, you get a little bit of an edgier sound on it. It's a little more dirty. It's a little more aggressive. It's got a little, just a touch of stank in the sound, you know. It's got just a little bit, but it's not massive. It's not something that's like, oh wow, that's sounding like it's really pushing. And that's the thing that I think a lot of manufacturers get wrong, is like they feel like they need to have this overt hit you over the head so you know what you're getting with this button or this extra feature. And Zale, it's so subtle. It's just like giving you a little bit of a taste of an edgier thing. So if you're listening to some, you know, Nirvana or something, and you just want it to have a little more edge or a little harder hit, you know, punch, then you go to Class A. But if you want that clean, smooth sound that just is, you know, that works real well on a headphone like the Sfara, that just shows you all the things that are there, but it handles it in a delicate way, then you go to you engage the servo mode. But that's how the Zale is. It's like, it's all of these super just subtle, nuancy changes that I love. And that's really what the Zale has been showing me as I've been getting into it. It's like, it's all of these nice little subtle tweaks you can make to just give yourself a little different flavor to the music. It's very much like spice. It's like you're just adding a dash of spice in to give it a little hint of something. The Zale doesn't do anything hardcore. The only thing that's really a hard adjustment on it is the balance, because it goes straight left and right. That's a hard adjustment. Like, it goes over or it doesn't. Everything else is sweet. It's just little sweeteners in it. So very cool. It's a very good amp. It's a very good amp. It should be for $8,000. Jesus. Mr. K says, what's your favorite Christmas song? I don't know. I'll take Linus and Lucy by Vince Guaraldi Trio for the win. Why not? I love that. Oh man, Louis, Bottega Louis truffle pizza is so delicious. You're not getting me on board with pizza is supposed to be pepperoni, or if you're in Chicago, it's supposed to be like sausage. You get a sausage pizza and you don't cut it into pie slices, you cut it into squares. You go this way and you go this way. That's a Chicago style. They call it tavern style pizza. That's the only way to have pizza, and if you're gonna have it in the wedge, it's got to be pepperoni. Or straight cheese. I'll accept cheese, but you don't put pineapple on a pizza. Nobody puts pineapple on a pizza and keeps a straight face. You're not a real pizza lover at that point. You just want to have ham, and you want to have Canadian bacon. You want to move to Canada. That's what you want to do if you're eating pineapple pizza. Oh God, boys, make it stop. Gentlemen, hello, Nephilim81. Cheers, Nephilim. Sorry, I was distracted by a couple of other, squirrel topics. Hello, gentlemen. We're getting down to the end of this. I got some shit in his life. It's got some good shit in his life. I got the Loki Mini and the Tone Control analog domain 4-band equalizer, hoping to revive a bit of life into some older headphones like the LCD-XC. I wound up selling mine. The LCD-XC, but man, that shit stuff, they make good stuff that's like not going to break your bank, so I'm all in favor of that, Nephilim. I think it's great. I'd love to get a full report from you on that stuff too. That would be awesome. Hipster Cow, do you think you could pass the same blind test with different DAX or MQA versus DSD? I might be able to pass that test with DSD. If it's MQA versus FLAC, if you've got a true MQA decoder, I doubt anybody can tell the difference. The people who dump on MQA, I understand why they're upset, and I support their right to be upset and everything. But I also think that if I mixed up the same track 10 different times, one at MQA and one as a FLAC file, I think you would split down the middle. You'd never get them all right. That's my opinion. I think MQA sounds really good, and you've got to have like the best system on the planet to be able to tell. Yeah, there is signal loss there. I don't deny that that they didn't show that there was some sort of degradation going on, but it's so minimal, and MQA sounds so good. It's a great scheme if you have an MQA decoder. If you're doing a software decode versus a hardware, the DCS has the full decoder in there, and I'm telling you, MQA sounds great. And I don't care if Tidal ever gets rid of it. I think it's fantastic. I think it sounds awesome on this system. That's just me. But listen to what you want. It's cool. If it bothers you and you're pissed off just because of MQA, or if you think you do hear a difference, I believe you. Everybody has different hearing. I am the J says, fair point. He's a cable proponent believer. Good. Just got 2 premium cables for his Sysfara. Thick, pure copper cable, and also a really premium silver palladium cable. Yeah, one of the things that I've been most anxious about since we moved is I've lost my Effect Audio Leonidas 2 cable. It's in a box somewhere. It's not gone because I wouldn't get rid of it. I wouldn't throw it out. It's clearly around here somewhere. But it used to live in this little box here with this Leonidas, this Effect Audio cable. And now all my adapters are in here, but my Leonidas 2 cable is missing. Fortunately, I've got a couple of really good alternate cables. I've got a couple of Noble cables, and they make stellar cables at Noble. With their higher end IEMs, they send out unbelievable cables. Some 9 weaves, fabulous. And then I also have, what's that one? Eltec. I have a gorgeous Eltec cable that I love too, and that's one I'm using with the Viking right now. But do they make a big difference? Probably, I don't think so. I don't think I could tell the difference. But if you can, great. But I also say that, like I said, I like having a nice, oh, look at that. Good thing these are 3.5 because I pulled up on it and pulled out the jack. I like a nice cable. I think it enhances my headphone experience, and I'm willing to pay for it. I can't afford a cable right now. Broke party of 1. That's awesome, Nephilim. Yeah, shit to his audio hoard. I haven't gotten into the shit stuff. I need to at some point. Dying to see it. Let's see. Nephilim says, nice hipster. He's dying to try it out this evening once everyone will go to freaking bed. Get the fam down. Yeah. No longer an audio purist, as some might say. It's KO from Discord. Little inside stuff there. He's from Canada. Says he's from Canada. Oh, no pineapple on pizza. That's sacrilegious. I love Canada, by the way. I'm not anti-Canada. I just made it up because I'm trying to think of what's un-American. You got to have. If you're going to Chicago, you're getting the tavern style pizza. I don't even think the deep dish is technically pizza because it's so thick with stuff. But if you want to make that argument, that's fine. I've got a there's a Chicago pizza place here in LA that I go to, but but I love the Tavern. Tavern is this wafer thin crust, and there was a place in Chicago in the suburbs called Lido's Pizza. They sold the business and they don't make the same pizza anymore. But the key to a great Chicago tavern pizza is fennel. Not fennel the vegetable root, but fennel the seed. You put fennel seed in your sauce, and you get one of the best possible thin crust pizzas, tavern style in the world. And it's fabulous with mushrooms and sausage, Chicago, sausage, Italian sausage. So good. So good. Or you can get fennel sausage. Sometimes you'll get fennel seed and sausage. But it gives it this, it's a slightly licorice taste. It's really good. But good Italian sauces have fennel in them, fennel seed. That's a tip from Mama Director. I love it. Yes. Jan says, try some different cables on the tungsten. He'd like them to not make a difference, but he tried silver-plated copper Viking weave on his D8000, and it makes a difference more than he wants. Oh, okay. Well, for sure. And those Viking weaves are nice cables. You can spend some cash on those. I do have, like I said, I do have a couple of nice cables here that, you know, I can swap out and try things with. It's just, I've never noticed a huge difference. Silver Cable Nephilim says refines the treble for his ears. He likes it the best. There you go. That's been his experience, made a difference, more of a difference than he wanted. The only true pizza is Napoli style. I like that style. That's okay. We'll go with that. Tavern is very good though too. Yeah, I'm a pizza fan. Where do you recommend getting Chicago pizza in LA? Well, deep dish Chicago pizza. You used to be able to get it at a place called Taste Chicago. It was on Hollywood Way. But now there is a full-blown Gino's East in the Valley that you can go to. So that, and it's actually the same, like they licensed everything. They get everything shipped in from Chicago. It's a full-blown Gino's East. There's also Portillo's in Orange County, which is a Chicago-style hot dog place. You can go down there, yeah. But that's deep dish, by the way. It's not tavern style pizza. You can't. I don't know of many tavern style pizzas in LA. I haven't found one. Never mind, he hates fennel so much. Well, that's because you're putting truffle oil on shit. Get rid of the truffle. Fennel seed, not fennel. Fennel seed. It's this tiny little. It looks like rye. It gives it like a special taste. Okay. I'm with hipster. Fennel, no bueno. I just like a hint of it in the sauce. Fennel seed, boys. He prefers Detroit-style pizza over Chicago. What's Detroit-style pizza? What's it considered? Because New York, I thought Detroit has New York stuff. I know about Coney Island dogs in Detroit. That's a different thing. That's the gray poop-looking chili. Detroit's okay. Can't stand the taste of fennel. Reminds him of saltwater taffy. Thanks a lot. Now I want pizza, and I don't know how to equate this feeling to audio experience. Thin crust lover all the way. Well, what I used to love too, and this is not fennel. There's a chain in Chicago only called Jewel, and Jewel had a pizza called the Chef's Kitchen Pizza, and it was a Jewel brand. The Chef's Kitchen Pizza was heaven. I don't even know if you can get them anymore. I haven't been back to Chicago in too long, but the Chef's Kitchen Pizza from Jewel was amazing. You get the sausage Chef's Kitchen Pizza, and then you cut it tavern style, and it's brilliant. It's brilliant. That was one of my very favorite pizza. You also can get now good tavern pizza in Chicago. There's a place called Home Run Inn. Now it's a different flavor, but I love Home Run Inn pizza, and you can get Home Run Inn pizza in LA, frozen at the grocery chain Sprouts. But they actually have Home Run Inn pizzerias you can go to in Chicago, and they make that tavern style pizza. It's very good stuff. So that's another tip for you. Go to Sprouts and get the Home Run Inn sausage or pepperoni or whatever pizza. But leave some for me. I haven't had it in a while because of the whole diet change thing. Eating a lot of healthy foods. I've had fish at once a week for the last several weeks. I've been trying to get more fish in my life just to get giving it all a break. Getting some different stuff. Getting some veggie stuff in. Eating veggie burgers. Just trying to save the heart, boys. Okay, so let's do the last couple and then we'll go. Thin crust pizza, over all the way. I love the sheer gluttony of Chicago-style pizza. What a style. Go big or go home. Yes, you can get that. In LA, you can get full deep dish, because I love Giordano's in Chicago. That's the super thick. So is Gino's East, which you can get here in LA now. But then I also love the tavern style too, because I grew up in taverns. That's what they used to do. You go to the bars with your parents and stuff. So there you go. Okay, boys, I'm going to wrap things up. I know it's 4:40. We're a little bit earlier than normal. Let's get the outro music kind of queued up. I just want to, I got to go do my walk in the rain. I got to get my walk in. I got to get my steps in. Even in the rain, I'm getting my exercise, boys. I am not slouching. I'm going to take care of this body of mine. We had a big scare earlier in the year. That's for those of you who weren't around. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's the intro. Yeah, we had a little health scare earlier in the year for those of you who aren't up to speed. So I've changed everything and got my numbers in line, but I'm on it. I want to be, I want to take care of things. Too much on my butt listening to music. If you can, guys, please join the Patreon and stop by on Saturday. Email me photos and stuff at directorsgarage@gmail.com. Where's my thing? There it is. Contact me there. Anything you guys want to do, but I'd love to get a nice big crowd in on Saturday and showing off gear and talking about this stuff face to face for a change. I think it'll be awesome. And so stop by that live stream. I'm going to send the links out tomorrow for the live stream to everybody, so everybody knows where to go on Saturday, and then I'll have the Zoom thing up and we'll do it. We're going to try it out. Maiden voyage, never done a Zoom like this before, but I think we got a really good crowd here, and it'll be fun to exchange. It'll be fun for me not to talk and dominate the discussion so much. I want to hear what you guys think of this stuff. I want to hear your favorite music. I want to hear your experiences and stuff, and get more interaction. I think it's going to be a better time for everybody. So I hope to see you there. And yeah, I'll see you there, or I'll see you before you know it. And have a great week. Happy holidays to everybody. There, I ended it there. All right, cheers, everyone.